next upcoming victim or survivor in Alter Ego has been teased a little while now, and his name is Bman. He's a G-Man clone dressed in a suit, and on the surface he looks pretty simple, But I genuinely think that out of every character currently in the game, Bman has the most interesting lore. Or at least the most interesting lore from what that has been hinted at. And by the end of this, I think you'll see why. So first, what do we actually know? Bman, what even is that B? There's been a lot of speculation, but the two theories that I think hold the most evidence are businessman and Blackline man. Let me do a simple one first. He's dressed as a businessman, his map is literally called office, and G-Man itself is a slang for government man, so businessman? B-Man? That parallel basically writes itself. Pretty self-explanatory. But the second one, Blackline man, is where it gets way more interesting. So what exactly is Blackline? Blackline Corporation is, well, a corporation, not a small one. We know from the banner in the now temporarily removed to be revamped Crossroad map that Angel Wing Hospital is a subsidiary of the Blackline Corporation. They also have another subsidiary called Blackline Mining Corporation. And now think about it for a second. A hospital and a mining company. Like, how are they even remotely related, right? When you tell me that, oh, this hospital, you go here, they own a freaking cave somewhere and they mine, I don't know, iron, diamond, gold, or anything, right? Like, they're a whole conglomerate. Like, yeah, like, they pretty much do everything as long as there's money for it, right? They do resources, they harvest, do whatever it is. Basically, they do anything to get the money coming in, right? And the culture they project, it matches perfectly. Propaganda posters plastered everywhere across their spaces. You can see this on the office map. Work harder. Or this one from their mining company. Any task is easy when you know your job. Be an expert. This is the kind of language that, like, it invokes manipulation. It invokes work pressure, right? They don't see their people, their workers, their employees as, like people, but rather just sits. They see everything as resources to be optimized, not to be protected. They mine the earth, they commodify healthcare, all the shebang. So yeah, Blackline isn't a good corporation at all. Not even close. And where does Bman fit into all of this? Well, here's where things start connecting. In the beta trailer for Alter Ego, Bman appears alongside Patient Zero with the narration, "Discover that your soul was claimed long before you have arrived." That is a pretty loaded line now, ain't it? It implies that whatever happened to Patient Zero, it wasn't an accident, it was arranged. His fate was sealed before he ever had a say in it. Okay, so what happened to Patient Zero? If we check his log, quote, "Once a renowned doctor, Patient Zero dedicated his life to healing others. He published countless books and received the highest honors in his field. Yet now, he has become a shell of his former self. After the events that scarred him, the constant paranoia and anxiety deprives him of sleep. In the darkness, he swears he could see a smile staring back. An event that scarred him, a smile in the darkness, and his alter ego, his deepest fear. And do you know what it has? A pretty defining smile. It is Caduceus. It is referencing Caduceus. And now here's the part that I think is the key to everything. Bman's map, office, contains a whole summoning circle for Caduceus, a whole ritual. And we can see what happens from the ritual. In Caduceus' own intro, you can see Patient Zero lying down on the floor and then having Caduceus pop out. A summoning circle right there in his intro. That's what happened. And why the hell does a corporation have that? Like, that leads back to the point, right? Patient Zero's hospital, Angel Wing, is a Blackline subsidiary. Blackline, as we have established, is the kind of company that extracts and acquires without limits. So what happens when a corporation like that decides it wants something beyond the natural world? Like say, A fallen god? What is better to commit a fight than a whole fallen god? Like, who knows what that god could do, right? Like, maybe he could be used as a weapon, maybe he could grant wishes, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that Corp, or is, he is. Right, there's so much lore here. Anyway, basically, it is something that no individual or person could ever access alone, but an institution with resources, reach, and power absolutely could. They could use someone like Patient Zero, someone with the expertise in medicine. Like, he has published countless books, right? Absolutely highest honors in his field, right? Someone whose reputation is undeniably speaks for itself. Someone like Bman, an employer who runs Blackline, could use another employee, this time a doctor, from a subsidiary that he is in control of, aka Blackline, and then put Patient Zero into this experiment. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, the trailer said his soul's claim has arrived. Patient Zero didn't walk into this at all. He was placed into it, a higher up, Bman. Like, the trailer literally put both of the characters in together in the same section. Like, I don't know if that's enough evidence. Like, the developers had to have intentionally emphasized this. Like, there's no way, right? I really believe that Bman had a direct hand in whatever ritual or experiments was conducted in that office, that he used Patient Zero, possibly without his knowledge or consent, or maybe partner up with Patient Zero directly, just to, use Patient Zero as the vessel or victim directly in the experiment to achieve a goal that Blackline had been planning. And whatever came out of that circle is what shattered Zero completely, aka Catechus, is what gave him his quote-unquote alter ego, is what he sees smiling at him in the dark. The full story of what that actually means, what the implication of Catechus is going to be in another video, because it goes way, way deeper than just one doctor and one corporation, and it deserves its own breakdown. But for Bman specifically, I think his role is clear. He's not a reskin, a random, just a G-Man knockoff, like the guy with a briefcase. He is the corporate face of something deeply sinister. A man who made decisions from behind a logo and a clean brand and left Patient Zero to live with the consequences. And I think that is absolutely beautiful lore, right? Whether the B stands for business or Blackline, honestly, I think it doesn't even matter anymore. At the end of the day, they still refer to the same thing, right? It could refer to both, honestly. Just Blackline is operating as a business here. Like, it is trying to harvest everything for money, right? For resources. And again, there's still so much that we don't know, and I am genuinely so excited to see how this lore develops.